Welcome to the Fear and Greed Business News Afternoon Report for Tuesday, the 19th of December, 2023. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 closed up nearly 1% today to 7,489 points, pushing the benchmark index to its highest point since February. The bourse is up 3.5% in the last 5 trading days and just 1% below its 52-week high. Utilities led the way today, followed by tech stocks and consumer discretionary companies. But it was a very broad-based rally with more than 75% of stocks of the top 200 finishing higher. QBE jumped 3%, the best of the large caps. James Hardie's, Goodman Group and Aristocrat Leisure were all up 2%, and REA Group, WiseTech Global, Transurban, Wesfarmers, Woodside, Macquarie, Fortescue, the list keeps going. They're all up more than 1%. Qantas didn't do so well. It fell nearly 2%. Best in the day was Battery Metals Group Liontown up 11%, while Neuren was up another 8% after yesterday's big jump. Worst was Weebit Nano, love that name. It was down nearly 6%, while Tabcorp wound back some of yesterday's gains, dropping 5%. Aristocrat, Macquarie and Westpac were all scheduled to pay dividends today, a nice little Christmas present for shareholders. In corporate news, AGL Energy plans to build a 500-megawatt grid-scale battery at the company's Hunter Energy Hub in New South Wales. And Telix Pharmaceuticals submitted a license application to the US Food and Drug Administration for a radiopharmaceutical imaging agent for kidney cancer. If approved by the FDA, it will become the first technology to be commercially available to patients in the US. Good luck to Telix. Story number 2, Allkem-Livent's $9.7 billion proposed merger has won the support of shareholders, with more than the needed 75% voting for the deal. The combined businesses will become the 3rd largest lithium player in the world. Tonight, Livent shareholders in New York are expected to vote for the deal. Today, Allkem's shareholders did so. Peter Coleman, Allkem chair and former Woodside CEO, will become the new company's chairman. Livent chief executive Paul Graves will become CEO of the merged group. The 56%, 44% link-up between the two means each Allkem share will be exchanged for one share in a newly created US company called Arcadium Lithium. The structure is expected to give Allkem investors about 56% of the combined group. Story number 3, we talked about Azure Minerals yesterday, the lithium company whose share price jumped 1,700% this year. Well, today it said it had entered into a binding deed with Brazil's SQM and Gina Rinehart's Hancock Prospecting to buy all of its shares via a scheme of arrangement for a cash amount of $3.70 per share. Now, that new offer is up from the $3.52 per share made in October. Remember, at the beginning of the year, Azure's shares were worth 22 cents. $3.70 versus 22 cents. That's a pretty good year. SQM and Ms. Rinehart have locked in more than 60% of stock after winning the support of 2 major shareholders, billionaire prospector Mike Creasy and Delphi Group. That pretty much means the deal is done. Story number 4, Origin Energy will spend another $530 million on British energy retailer and tech platform Octopus Energy, boosting its stake in the company to about 23%. The energy giant is moving on from the failed bid by Brookfield and EIG, and now the value of Origin's stake in Octopus is about £1.43 billion. In a statement, Origin CEO Frank Calabria says, the success of Octopus since our initial investment in May 2020 has exceeded all expectations and cemented our belief in its unique capabilities and strong platform for future growth. Now, Octopus is growing itself, as an octopus should. It recently acquired 2 competitors in Britain, which together with organic growth has taken its market share to 21.3%, overtaking the former market leader British Gas, which has 20.4%. But Octopus also owns the Kraken technology platform, which can be licensed to other energy providers. It's also being offered to other utilities such as battery storage, water and broadband suppliers. Basically, it's like a massive customer relationship manager platform and seems to be the thing. Story number 5, Wall Street has been a touch quieter in recent sessions, with investors still of the view that the next move in interest rates in the world's biggest economy is down. Apple's pausing sales of its Series 9 and Ultra 2 smartwatches in the US from this week as it deals with a patent dispute over the technology that enables the blood oxygen feature on the devices, according to Reuters. The move comes after an order in October from the US International Trade Commission that could bar Apple from importing its Apple Watches after finding the devices violate medical technology company Masimo's patent rights. Bit of work to do there for Apple. There's also a big deal on Wall Street overnight. US Steel agreed to sell itself to Japan's Nippon Steel for about $14.1 billion. That's it for the afternoon report for Tuesday, the 19th of December, 2023. Michael Thompson and I will be back tomorrow morning with the Wednesday edition of Fear and Greed Business News. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.